Hello Internet, my name is Ace and today we are going to be looking at creating a kind of a blueprint for the side of a wall and how we can put that so it's in perspective and like say if we're doing doors and windows, the windows can be unevenly placed, they can be placed however they want. So as you can see I've got a blueprint for a side of a building here. Now let me talk about that slightly. So I can hide that. You can create anything you want. It can be square. It can have a door here. It can have a little door. It can have windows that are crazy, like so. Any of these things we can get to work back in perspective. We can even add like triangles and stuff. I'm not really sure how you do it with this software, but you can do triangles and anything you want with this. Like so. You can have anything like that and patterns like this, like wonky patterns, like anything like that you can trace onto a wall in perspective, which really helps because you don't have to kind of work boring it. You can kind of do whatever you want in the sense of a pattern. You don't have to worry about it being complicated to transfer because it's very simple. So first of all we need a horizon line. Now we can place this low, so I mean if we're standing up our eye line is going to be about here because this is where the door is. The door is slightly above our eye line. We can look down at the object, we can look up at the object. So I'm just going to stick it somewhere here. I mean there's no rhyme, reason, science or anything to why I'm placing it there. It's just a random place. Right, so we now have our horizon line and we have our building plan. Now, when we're working in 1 and 2 point perspective, this is going to be in 2 point perspective, the vertical lines don't converge, they stay the same, so we can measure things off that vertical line very easily and nothing's going to change there at all. So that's what I'm going to do now. So we've got this building, so let's grab the ruler. Let's create a vertical point, and this can be as distorted or as undistorted as you want. It'll still work. Obviously the more distorted you go with things, the weirder things look, but it'll work either way. Right, so we've got our vertical line like so. So this is the height of this building. Now we need to work out where the vanishing points are going to be on the left hand side and the right hand side. So that's what we'll do. Let's put the vanishing points. Let's put this one quite far out, so we'll place that about here. Now this is on the final drawing layer, so let's just put a dot there, and then trace back. So this is just as if you was building some sort of square object in perspective. There we go, so we're just tracing those corners back. We don't have to go all the way to the edge, to the point. Right, so where is the vertical point? Where along the along here will the building end? So for that we just need a left vanishing point. Now this can again be quite arbitrary. So let's stick it right at the end of this horizon line. And then we need to do the same again. So we just need to trace back. Like so. And then we have the side of a building. Somewhere like that. Now, we're not going to draw this left-hand side in, so that can be wherever it wants. It's not a problem to us. So the most important thing is that we have a vanishing point on the left, a vanishing point on the right. Now, all we need to do is go to the right-hand side of our original blueprint, this here. Go to the corner, top or bottom. And we need to trace back. And we don't have to do the full line, so we're going to have lots of lines. The only point that we're concerned about is the point in which it intersects with the bottom line. Okay, so we'll do that, and then let's grab a straight ruler. You can be doing this with anything traditional, or if you're working digitally and you don't have a ruler like this one in Sketchbook Pro, don't worry too much. In fact, what I'll do is I'll place this red on here because it's going to be a final line. As long as you've got something you can draw straight lines with, you don't need a fancy ruler or anything like that. Because if you're working in Photoshop or something like that, you've got the line tool and you can just trace lines back to the horizon point line. In fact, it's quicker like that. The only reason I'm showing it with the on-screen ruler is just to make it a bit more graphic and follow alongable for people working traditionally. So we've got quite an extreme angle here. This is not a little bit distorted, but it's okay. It'll accent our point quite nicely. So what I'll do is I'll just dim these lines down just a tad and I'll keep working on separate layers so we can keep the lines down to a minimum. So all we need to do now is we need to get all these objects, these windows and doors, from this 2D plane into 3D. And that's very easy. All we need to do is grab our ruler, like so, and then draw lines back. Let's place the door first, and then we'll work out the height of things. So we've got here the door. So we're just going to draw a line back, and what I'll do is I'll go more of a grey for these lines. So all we need to worry about is this point here where it connects to the floor. Okay, so we've got this here, and this one, here somewhere. So these points that these connect here, that's the width of the door. So we need to know the height, and we don't just have the height of the door to contend with. We've got the height of the windows, the bottom and the top. So all we need to do with that is grab a straight line, work out the bottom, so this is going to be the bottom of these windows along here, and trace them back to where they intersect on the vertical. Like so. That's about right. Like that. Now I'm just trying to work really as quick as I can, so I'm not too worried about accuracy. But if you're doing this for a final drawing or for some sort of plan of something, then obviously accuracy is going to be a lot more important to you. Right, okay, so we've got these lines here. These are the height of both things. So we just need to trace these back to the vanishing point, which is here. It's a very finicky rule, this digital one. Oops. Didn't mean to. That's annoying. Can't grab this point. Okay. Alright, let me shift this across. Sorry about that. As I was saying about it being finicky, it is. Right, okay, so we've got this point here, which is the top. We just need to draw a line through the building. And the same here. Like so. Then we just need to follow the rest of the lines back as so. And the last one. Now all of the hard work is done. Okay, we've got all the placements. Now if we had the original blueprint, this still looks a mess. It's still like, oh, what is going on here? Well, it's very easy. All we need to do is I'll lower the opacity of these ones. Let's go back to our original blue. We need to go from the left-hand vanishing point, and it's literally going to be connect the dots now. So we're just grabbing the points like so, like we did with this one. We drag that back, the bottom of the door. We're just going to do the same with the windows. So we'll go to the bottom of the windows. So the only point that we're concerned with is where they intersect with this grey line. So let's do that with this one, like that. There we go. And we just need to do that for every corner of each object. So we've got the top of the door there, so it's going to intersect in there somewhere. This one. Then we've got this window, which is going to be quite close to that one, just because of the forced perspective, but that doesn't matter. And what you could actually do is just work out the bottom placement and draw a vertical line up. So that's what we'll do on the top. We'll work out the top and draw a vertical line down. It just means less lines, because the verticals, like I said, do not converge. Here. And you could work slower and be a lot more accurate than I am. But it's okay. It's around there. Right, so that's what we're going to do. We just need to grab our vertical. Let's go. Which one was our final lines? It was this one. Okay, so I'm going to grab a red, grab our vertical, and just join the points. So as I said, with this top line, I'll do this one first because I was just saying about doing a bit of a shortcut. We just need to go from the point in which we connect just down until we touch that line. And doing this all along. Now, I could just fast forward this section, but I think with perspective, it's important to really watch and pay attention, because perspective's easy. Perspective's really easy. There's no skill involved with perspective whatsoever. Perspective is just a way to think. So it's not like you have to draw a million things to understand perspective, like you do, say, portraiture or anything really. Character design, you have to do a million character designs before you understand things. Any kind of drawing ability really takes a lot of work. But perspective is just theory. So it's pretty easy. So what we can do is we can draw in the door as well, because we know that that's on the same vertical plane as that one. Then just go along and do the bottom. So we've just got the door in here. Then we've got this window, which, let's have a look, that's around there somewhere, like that. Then the back of that window, which is around there. Yeah, like I said, perspective is very, very easy. It's just knowing rather than actual repetition. Once you've got, I mean, you do have to do these things a couple of times to get them in your head. Once they're in your head, sorry, they're there forever. Right, so let's just get rid of everything. Okay, so all we need to do is we just need to put in those horizontal lines. So what I'll do is I'll need that and that. And let me just trace them as quick as I can. So we've got our vanishing point around there. Okay. So let's trace that bottom. So we've got the bottom of the door done as well. Oh, my mistake. Moved the wrong thing. Okay. Then we've got the top of the windows, like so. Like that. Top of the door. Bottom of the windows. Again, it's best to just slow down and really, especially now on the cleanup phase, to really pay attention. Although when I'm cleaning things up normally, when I'm drawing in perspective, I do all them freehand. But I ain't got the time to do that now. It would just make this video too long. Because I prefer the look of freehand rather than the look of everything done with a ruler. Right, one more line now. Like so, and we are done. Right, so let's hide everything. Let's hide the ruler. Oh, no we're not. I've missed the line out. Which is the bottom of there. No problem there. Let me take a second. So obviously we don't need one cutting through the door, because we've already got the door established. There we go. So let me get rid of the ruler. If we just rub this horizon line out now, we have the same blueprint that we started with, perfectly done in perspective. So let's bring this back. So this in perspective, oops, looks like that. Okay, so like I say, click subscribe and you'll get a ton of my future perspective videos. I'm going to talk about loads of things like how to draw stairs, how to come up with an idea for a scene, a background, how to put all these things together and actually create art with them rather than just make them theories. So I'm going to be covering all that. So click the subscribe button down below, and if there's anything that I didn't cover too well, just leave a comment below and I will just comment below to say thank you, or to say that I didn't cover something perfectly, and I'll try my best to help you out. So click the like, and the link to the the playlist with the perspective videos will be in the description down below as well. Okay, so until next time, have an awesome week, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.